What's good, people? This your boy Cincy, aka Mr. Good Vibes, and welcome back to my channel. Like I said in my previous video, the market has been on a prolific run. Wow, what an interesting time in the market. But now it seems like that run is beginning to cool off a bit. And this is what I've noticed. I've beginning to notice that there's beginning to be a shift in the sector, which means that the institutional traders are beginning to sell most of their tech stocks or tech names, which we know as the likes of Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and they're beginning to shift into more of the US Dow 30 names like the Caterpillar, the Home Depot, the Boeing, type stocks. And the reason for this is because of the current sentiment of the presidential election. So hear me out. I believe the market is already anticipating that Trump is going to be the next president for whatever reason. And so they believe that because of that, the Make America Great stocks, like the likes of Caterpillar, are the ones that they are beginning to, put their money on, which is why you see a move in the US 30 index stocks, and also even in the index as well. So you see the move to the upside, like you see on the chart. And with that being said, I do have an interesting news. I started a new account challenge where I decided to deposit $2,000 in a different account, and I just wanted to just showcase how I typically trade and how you can actually grow a small account. I know $2,000 might not be a small money for a lot of people, so but relatively I just wanted to just show that you don't necessarily have to have a whole lot of money to be able to trade forex. So which is why I started this challenge, and I'm going to be giving you guys daily updates concerning the account for the next 30 days. So I believe I already started right now, and I'm currently at day 4, and you can see that is the current account status on the screen. So like I said, I deposited $2,000 on this account, and the current account is 3,200. So you can see the account is moving in the right direction. So again, at day 30, we're going to see where exactly we're at with the account, and I'll continue to give daily updates concerning that. But without being said, I also want to show you guys on the chart some of the pairs that have been making me money on the account. Again, I've been strictly trading just forex pairs. I'm not trading indexes. I'm not trading oil. I'm not trading spot metals. So it's just strictly the forex indexes that you're going to be seeing in this account. Again, let's go to the charts and let's see what some of these setups have looked like for me and why I've been picking them. So what's good, people? Welcome to the charts. And like I said before, today I'm going to be talking about some of the forex pairs that I've been trading in the 2K account challenge that has actually been making me money. So let's quickly go on the charts and see some of those pairs that I'm talking about. So the first one that I'm looking at would be the AUDJPY. So let's take a look at AUDJPY. So AUDJPY, like you guys know, the first thing I always look at when I'm looking at my trade is looking at the primary indicators and comparing them with the secondary indicators. And the primary indicators, again, is simply this red arrow and the S sign. The S sign in this case represents sell, and if it was a buy, it would be a green arrow pointing to the upside, and a B sign that represents buy. So now another thing you also want to take a look at is my baseline. So my baseline is this green and red line. So if it's a buy, it's going to be a green line, and if it's a sell, it's going to be a red line. And remember, the price, which is these candlesticks, they always need to be above the baseline if it's a buy, and if it's a sell, they always need to be below the baseline. So price needs to be below the baseline if it's a sell, and price needs to be above the baseline if it's a buy. Now, with that being said, now that we've confirmed the primary indicator, this purple line that we see here is my day of entry, which is what Tuesday, 16th July 2024. So if I zoom out, you can see below the chart are my secondary indicators. So the primary indicators typically go on the chart, while the secondary ones go below the chart. So if I collapse, we can zoom out and see the secondary ones. So we can see that the first one, yeah, so the ATR, I typically use these to measure my entry because I always want to make sure that within daily ATR of my entry. So again, that might not make sense right now, but I would explain that in another video so that way you see how I simply use it. So the first one that I normally use when it comes to my zero line cross or my one line cross. So if I zoom in on my one line cross, the first thing you would notice is a black line and a green line. So the black line is the zero line and the green line is the signal line. So all you need to understand is that whenever the signal line or the green line is above the black line, then that is telling you that is a buy. And whenever the signal line is below the black line, then that is telling you that is a potential sell. So you can see on this day of entry, you can see Tuesday, 16 July 2024, we see that our signal line is below the black line or below our zero line. So this was a sell. So this is confirming a sell, which is the same thing that we saw on the primary indicator that indicated a sell, right? Now we look at the second one, which is our two-line cross. So the two-line cross is a little bit different from the one-line cross. The one-line cross is typically, again, just one line against the signal line, but the two line cross is comparing two lines. So a green line and a red line. So the green line would always represent a fast line and the red line would represent a slow line. So whenever the green line is greater than the red line, then that is a buy. But whenever the red line or the slow line is greater than the green line, then that is a sell. So you can see on the day of entry again, which is, let me move. So again, day of entry, which is the Tuesday, 16 July 2024, we can see that the red line was ahead of the green line. So this was indicating a sell. So we have a second sell confirmation comparing it to our primary indicator. Now, the third one is also a two-line cross, which is just very, very similar to the first one, but it just shares a different pattern. So it's the same logic, red against green. Red is the slow line, green is the fast line. So you can see whenever the green line is ahead of the red line, then that is a buy. And whenever the red line is greater or ahead of the green line, then that is a sell. So you can see on our day of entry, Tuesday, 16th July 2024, the red is ahead of the green. So this is the sell. So now we have three different confirmation. And this is actually one new indicator that I just included in my algorithm lately. I'm still working on it, but you can see all you need to just understand here is that I'm trying this new indicator, and simply whenever you see this red arrow and red bars, those just simply means a sell. And if you see these transparent green bars, and those are more likely going to be indicating a buy. So if I was to zoom out and look at my final indicator is the volume. So the volume is pretty much indicated by a signal line, which is the blue line, and a cutoff line, which is this black line. So again, how this works is pretty simple. Whenever the blue line is ahead of the black line, then that is telling me that volume is actually present in this and whenever the signal line goes below the cutoff line, then that is telling me volume is trying up for this place. So I do not want to take the place. So you can see on this day of entry, Tuesday, 16th July 2024, you can see that volume is actually present because the signal line is above the cutoff. So there you have it. You can see that we have all these indicators or the secondary indicators aligning fairly well with what we confirmed on the primary indicator that is on the chart. So this is telling me that this is in fact a very strong case for a sell position. So I went ahead and took those trades. So you can see if I was to collapse the entire charts together. So you can see everything aligns, and you can see on the next day that I took the trade, the candle pretty much just fell from, using this baseline as a support all the way down. So if I was to measure, you can see that, that was about from the close all the way to the bottom of this was about 151 pips right there. And that was definitely a good trade. So let me look at another trade that we took. Another trade we took was, I believe, the NZDCHF. So the NZDCHF was taken on this day, 15th July 2024. And you can see that this day we got a confirmation for a sell. You can see that we do have our candlestick below the baseline. Also, the candlestick is also below the Ichimoku, so we also like that. Also, our primary indicators, we have the red arrow and the S sign indicating a sell. And on the secondary ones, you can see that we do see for the zero line indicator, we do see the signal line below the zero line. So that is a sell. And you can see that the two line cross is also having the red greater than the green. That is also a sell. And you can see also we're getting the red line greater than the green for the second indicator as well. That is a sell. And you can see we're getting the red bars. And of course, you can also see that the blue line is above my cutoff, which is also indicating that volume is actually present on this day. So I just pretty much went ahead and took this trade on that day. So if I was to bring out my ruler and measure from this, you will see that I made about, you can see about 87 pips on that move itself. So you can see the account has been doing pretty well. Let's check one more. One final one, I believe, was I think USDJPY as well. Yeah, USDJPY we took on this day, so you can see if I was to measure from that day to this week right there. So yeah, to this week. So from this day of entry to this week right there, you can see that's about 269 pips. And you can see we do have a sell signal for the secondary, and we also have a sell signal on the primary indicators. So there you have it. And simple ways which you can actually make money, the no-nonsense way, using the strategy which I have coined the GDFX1. So there you have it on my charts, and these are the strategies that I've been using in the 2K account challenge to make some decent returns for this year. So again, like I said, I'm going to be seeing how far I can actually push this account for the next 30 days. So please stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe for more comments like this. Now, before you guys go, I want you guys to take one thing away from today. And for all my AV traders and those of you who are just beginning your journey in this trading or forex journey or whatever the case might be, one thing you have to realize is that every single trade you take is an experience. Do not take that for granted. Those trades do count for something. Experience is the best teacher in this game. That is something I've learned. So please always make sure that even when you're losing, do not lose focus. Continue to persevere. Don't worry, the best times are definitely ahead. Whatever you're going through, trust me, every single trader has been through that. Again, it's your boy Cincy, aka Mr. Good Vibes, and let's make some small money together.